Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please tap the subscription button as well as the notification bell to stay alerted every single upload I post for you guys. So in this video, it's going to be more of a topical video. It's going to be my unpopular opinion on intergender wrestling. So I've always been kind of middle of the road when it comes to intergender wrestling. I kind of like it, I kind of don't. So intergender wrestling has gotten really hot on the independent scene the past couple of years, specifically this year. There's so much going on in the indie scene, but TNA Impact definitely highlighted a big match a few weeks ago at their Slammiversary, which is their version of WrestleMania. The main event was Tessa Blanchard versus Sami Callihan. This match was so damn good. I have no complaints about the match. Maybe Tessa should have won, but that's to be, argued, I guess. My problem with intergender wrestling is that I always looked at it as very unfair because I don't necessarily like 6'5" men versus 5'5" women. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't look believable. And I guess it just depends on what type of wrestling fan you are. I like my wrestling with a little spice of realism to it. And if a guy is 6'5" going up against a 5'3" woman, it just doesn't make sense to me. It looks very silly. And that goes with men too. I don't like David versus Goliath style matches. I don't like 6'7" guys versus 5'6" guys. I just think it's silly. Even though a lot of times they work well together, it just doesn't look credible. It doesn't. So intergender wrestling, I'm all for it if the women and the men are similar statures. Like if a woman's 5'6" and a guy's 5'8", cool. If, that's why I was super cool with Nia Jax being in the Rumble, because she is over 6 feet tall. She's almost 300 pounds. So it does make sense for her to wrestle men. Okay, it does. I also love Awesome Kong. I could see her wrestling men as well. It makes sense. That's why I loved Chyna back in the day. Even though she should have never wrestled women because of her stature, it was cool to see her wrestle men. It was cool to see her hold the IC title because she had the stature to. She had the ability to wrestle men. It was credible. Do I want to see Charlotte Flair versus Brock Lesnar? Absolutely not. Because like I said, I definitely like my wrestling with a sprinkle of realism in it. It's still real to me, damn it! But seriously, I do like a little bit of reality to my wrestling, as well as, like, for instance, horror movies. I only like horror movies that are realistic in the sense of like a killer chasing people, because that could happen in real life. So I definitely like some sort of undertone of reality to my wrestling and my entertainment in general. So I have to say intergender wrestling is awesome. I'm supportive of it. I just don't necessarily agree with it as a whole. I like realistic intergender wrestling. So let's make that let's coin that, shall I say. I just like to see a more equal playing field, so to speak. I don't like to see one totally overpowering the other one. So that's why I'm kind of like iffy on intergender wrestling. I don't hate it, I don't love it. I'm kind of in the middle, but I'm all for it if the women and the men are pretty much at an equal playing field. If a woman is 300 pounds and 6 feet tall going up against men that are similar stacked, I'm cool with it. If a man is 5'7" going up against a woman who's 5'7", cool.